Hey guys, I am back with the third episode of filling up my pantry, filling up my stacks of stuff, food, hygiene, whatever you need in your everyday life and whatever I need in my life, obviously. Today I'm going to a bulk store or aka Unverpackladen here in Austria, an unpackaged grocery store where you can buy groceries without plastic packaging or without any packaging really. You can bring your own glasses and then you can fill them up with food and then come back and have food at home. So I'm planning to go to their Greißler in Vienna and then whatever I cannot find at that store, because it's a huge store, they have a lot of variety, they have a lot of things, but they don't always have everything that I want to buy. So there is another store that I will go after that in case I can get everything that I need, which is probably gonna be the case, but let's see. I have a list. I need some spices, I need some dry ingredients like lentils, chickpeas, stuff like that to fill up my pantry, as I'm pretty low on most of these things. I don't have lentils, I'm low on sesame seeds, I am low on rice, stuff like this. So today we are going for the dried goods, especially in these stores. Plus there are a few hygiene items that I usually buy there as well, and you can also get cleaning products, but today I don't need any cleaning products, so it's not gonna be my focus today. But normally you can get cleaning products as well in bulk, like dishwasher tabs, dishwasher liquid, bathroom cleaner, floor cleaner, whatever cleaner really, or even body lotion, bath lotion, stuff like that. But today we're focusing on the food. Mostly I get my dry goods from these bulk stores. So let's go to Greißler and then let's see if I can get everything there that I need, that is on my list, or if I have to go to a second place afterwards. today's haul. I went to 2 stores, actually 3 stores, sorry. So let's go through each. So of course in der Greißler in the 5th district I couldn't buy everything that I wanted from one bag store, so I had to go to another one. So now it's the next day and I went to also Lunzers Greißler, I think it's called. It's in the 2nd district. A couple of things I got there, and there is I believe one item which is parsley, dried parsley, which I couldn't get in any of the 2 stores, so I'm just gonna get it packaged somewhere, maybe in the Ensbio store. Let's go through the haul. I also went to Billa in the meantime, and I got the avocado oil and the sesame oil that I needed, so I used up the 30% coupon that I got in a previous episode last week. So yeah, let's go through what I got. This is my haul from der Greißler. So this is the first store where I went. I'm going to start from the back. I got some rice, brown jasmine rice. This is a little over 500 grams and it cost me €4.44. It is $8.70 per kilo, the jasmine rice, the brown jasmine rice. I also got some dried chickpeas. The chickpeas were €3.49. It's 356 grams. I got these huge white beans dried. I never really paid attention, I think, before, or this is the first time when I saw it. There are a couple of recipes on Instagram that I saved that I would like to try with these. I don't know what they are called, like giant white beans, I don't know. And so that's why I got it, just to try it. Never had this kind of beans before. And they are 230 grams for €5.95. A bit of a splurge, I must say. I got some lentils. The lentils, well, I ran out completely. I didn't have this kind of normal lentils, and this is a little over 500 grams for €5.43, so €10.78 for a kilo. I got some black sesame seeds because they didn't have the other sesame seeds, the normal ones, and I figured, oh yeah, black one works too. And this is 80 grams for €1.22. €15.29 per kilo. I got thyme. This was €2.57 for 26 grams. I got these floss refills for my little glass container, and this was €5.15 for the 2. It is made out of bean wax, which is beeswax, I guess. So I guess this is not vegan, so just for you to know. And this is this particular dent tab that I spent a fortune on. A crazy amount of money. It's heavy though, so I understand why. But yeah, that was just simply crazy, the amount of money that I spent on this. This is a little over 100 grams. And it was €18.66. I was like, what? How much? Excuse me? What? Do I understand this correctly? Do I see this correctly? And the thing is, when I was paying, I mean, I already considered the amount that I had to pay. I think I misunderstood that I had to pay €41. Actually, I paid over 46. But I was like, well, I got a couple of things, and yeah, I know that this store is more expensive than the other stores in general, so I wasn't very surprised by the amount. A little bit, but not so much. And for some reason, I didn't look at the receipt at that time when I was there. I only looked at it when I got home. Huge mistake. Always look at the receipt directly once you receive it. Go through it, make sure that they calculated with the proper prices, because I had many times already also on my channel when I was telling you the wrong bread was calculated and the higher price, not the sale price, was calculated, or they have the prices of each item in the grocery store, they have to have it there. next to or very nearby to the item, and if the cashier doesn't calculate with that price, you can complain and you can get it for the price that is actually marked on the item or near the item in the store. So it happened to me once that I was getting some water filters. It said that it is a sale price for $19.99, but they charged me for 20 plus 22, 23 euros. So I asked like, okay, but it says that it should be $19.99. That's what I got it because I figured it's a good price. I showed them, they were like, okay, fine, yes, our mistake. Since it is what is displayed, we are going to give it to you for that price. But normally, yeah, this is your right. This is something that if you know it, then you can complain and make sure that you get it on that price. So basically, there was a price tag on the den tabs, the huge container filled with 10,000 tabs like this, from which I took it out. The price said, or the price tag said €3.14 per kilo, I believe. Which I considered as like, this is very cheap. This is way too cheap, so that cannot be the right one. But there was no actually price tag, like a proper one from the store. This was a price tag which was on this label that came from the manufacturer. But the kilo price for this is actually 176 euros. So today I went to this other store, the Lunzers Maß-Greißlerei, and they sell the exact same tabs, den tabs. And I checked the price there, and there they had the proper price tag, and it said €1.80 per 10 grams. So it's basically the same price as I paid. It's just that this is over 100 grams. I'm wondering because it says F-. They had two types. They had one with fluoride and one without fluoride. And yeah, this is a constant struggle, but I was kind of researching if I should get toothpaste with fluoride or without fluoride, and then I ended up with the conclusion that I should use the toothpaste with fluoride. So in a previous haul, I got a toothpaste without fluoride. I'm gonna mix that, or not mix that, but like in the morning I wash it with that, and then in the evening I might wash it with the fluoride one, so that I make sure that I have the fluoride which keeps away the caries, which protects from the caries. So from this one, I was contemplating which one should I get, but then I ended up with deciding to take out from the jar, which said this is the one with fluoride. But then these tabs say F-, so I'm wondering if that means that this is without fluoride. So confusing. But the without fluoride flavor, the other can, said that it's strawberry flavored. So if this has strawberry flavor, it's definitely without fluoride. So I might have even gotten the wrong product for 18 euros. So going back to the story, I went to this other store today where they were selling the exact same tabs, and it was €1.80 for 10 grams, and it said that 10 grams is around 30 pieces. So this one is around 300 pieces, which means if I wash my teeth twice a day, then 300 is enough for 4 months. So if this is really over 300 tabs, which I'm not going to calculate if this is really, but it doesn't look like, honestly, then I guess I have 4 months worth of tabs, and I mix it. I mean, I'm not using the tabs every time when I wash my teeth. I also have a toothpaste, so I use one at one time and the other another time. Anyway, it's complicated, and I went into too much explanation on this today, so sorry. Sorry for the rambling. Let's move on to the next store. So in Lunzers Greißler in the 2nd district, I still had to get some pine nuts. These were €8.82, and it is 98 grams. So this is a little bit less than 100 grams. I got sesame seeds because, well, the store had sesame seeds, so I figured I'm gonna just buy some, and it is a little over 100 grams for €1.39. And I got some yeast flakes, but this was the end of their jar that they had in the store. Unfortunately, this is from my previous I used to have these flakes in here, and that expired on the 1st of April. And once I used that one, I didn't refill it yet. So today I refilled it. This was 38 cents and it's 50 grams. This was the end of the jar there, and I didn't ask if they had more maybe in the back, so I just bought this amount. But I will have to go to that store back again. I asked both stores if they take in glass jars, like empty jars like this, or any size, because I have a huge bag of empty jars, a lot of them, and I was thinking like, what should I do with it? I don't want to just throw it in the recycling. I want to bring it either to a store like this or donate it somewhere where they, like soup kitchens or stuff like that, where they give food for people who need free food. And sometimes they collect these like bigger jars from the Caritas, or the Caritas collects these bigger empty jars for soups. I haven't checked at the moment if they have any kind of collection, but obviously not all my jars are this big. I think the minimum is like 450 milliliters or milligrams, the size that they collect. So this one is fine, but obviously the smaller ones, they still don't collect, and they don't always collect anyway. So I wanted to ask the stores, these bulk stores, if I can bring my empty jars there. And that Greißler said, no, they don't do it anymore because they had way too much. All the people were taking their glass jars there and they couldn't handle the amount, so they ended up not taking them anymore. And at the Lunzers, I actually saw a sign which said like, oh, bring your jars, we will clean them for you, and we will use them, resell them. People can take them for free and, fill up and take food home in them. So I'm gonna have to go back sometime soon to bring all my empty jars there. And they said that, they rewash it before they give it out to the people. So perfect. This is a good information also for you guys if you have a lot of empty jars at home, to bring them to Lunzers. But yeah, they might end up with the same situation if everyone does that the other store, where they were like, okay, we had too much and like we couldn't handle it. So yeah, I will bring this time, and then let's see next time. Every time it changes. Every time I have a huge amount, I have this same issue. I don't know what to do with them, and every time I have a different solution. Last time I actually had to recycle them, but I also give a lot to my mom because she makes marmalade and, I don't know, pickle stuff. So yeah, she uses them as well, but she also has a lot now, so she doesn't need more. Anyway, let's go to the last store, which was Billa, where I got the avocado oil and the sesame oil. And as you can see, the avocado oil is actually not the Billa Bio brand that I thought that it is. It is $6.99, so it's a bit of a splurge, but avocado oil is a very clean oil, very good for cooking. It can handle high temperatures, so it's quite a clean product. And sesame oil, I use it for all my Asian cooking usually. Basically, yeah, I wanted to use my 30% coupon, and I couldn't use it on this one obviously because the 30% coupon that I got last week was only usable for Billa Bio products or Ja Natürlich, I think, products. So that's why I got the sesame oil, even though you can get sesame oil for cheaper at other places, but this time, since I had the 30% off, this was more worth it. Originally $4.49, but I got a €1.35 discount on it. So, and for the avocado oil I paid full price, $6.99. Yeah, that was it. So with this, I'm closing this mini series of filling up my pantry. Now my pantry is pretty well filled, and I also have most of the hygiene and cleaning products that I need for the next few months for sure. And from now on, I will just have to purchase, well, if I run out of something like sunscreen or stuff like that. Of course, for food, I have to get the fresh produce still, but a lot of the things that I stacked up on, I don't need to buy anymore. A few things I couldn't get that are still on my list, like coconut milk, I still need to get. I just didn't like the price in any of the stores. I would like to get a an organic coconut milk, like the can, but I just didn't like the price, because I used to get the cheaper one, the non-organic, for 99 cents in Lidl, and now if I have to pay more than 2 euros for the organic, it's like, that's over 100% more expensive. So yeah, that's why I'm waiting for a sale where I can get it for a better price. And also the parsley I couldn't get, so I will just have to buy it in a supermarket, I guess, next time when I go. And yeah, more or less I refilled everything that I continuously use, that I like to have at hand, that I all those ingredients that all the recipes that I go through all the time use, like the chickpeas, the lentils, the rice, of course, or the yeast flakes, nutritional yeast. So yeah, I feel that now my pantry is pretty well restocked, so from now on I just have to make all the meals, which is now another challenge, to get back to cooking and making my own meals at home, because I got out of the habit a little bit, but it's also because I didn't have the ingredients for it, but now I have the ingredients, so now I can get back to the routine. But also I cannot bake at the moment, for example, because it's just way too hot to turn on the oven, and also I don't want to spend a lot of time cooking next to the hot stove because it's just way too hot. So I'm just gonna make maybe salads mostly and stuff like that in the next weeks until it's still this hot, and then hopefully in August, September, it starts to cool down, and then I will be able to get back to my kitchen and use it as much as I usually do in the winter months. Thank you for tagging along. I hope these 3 videos were useful and informational for you guys who live in Vienna and needed some information on where to buy certain things or how much each item might cost, what are the different type of store options, package-free shopping, discounter like Lidl or Aldi, Penny as well, or just the normal supermarkets like Eurospar or Dance. If you like this kind of content, please let me know in the comments down below, and also hit the like button so that I know that I should make more of this kind of videos, also including tips and tricks on how to lower your grocery budget. And yeah, thank you for tagging along. I hope to see you at my next videos. Subscribe, and until then, goodbye.